Hello everyone and welcome to day 32 of 90 Days Numbers, inspired by Paul Hamilton, as we can see there, and we are looking at creating fraction worksheets. So first of all, I've just opened up Safari in a split screen and dragged across some images, so some apple clip arts, some sweet clip arts, lots of different things like that. And what I'm looking at here is using the table feature in a slightly different way and using this to go over the top of items so that pupils can visualize fractions more. So I've made this table down to quarters, as you can see here, and I've just also made it so the cell borders are just a little more obvious. And the other thing I'm going to do is make it so the cell fill is no fill, so that if we put it over the top of something, we can obviously see through it. So as you see me moving up to the top here, over the top of the apples, we can still see the apples, but we can now visualize those quarters. So as I move it and shape it over the apples, the pupils can easily visualize now the 3 quarters that I'm asking them to highlight. Now, for the younger pupils, you could have done this for them, or for the older ones, you can get them to create this themselves and try and work out what they've got to create. So I then go on to the drawing tool, and it just means that the pupils can then highlight the different areas of the fractions themselves. So they can highlight the 3 quarters. I'm then just going to copy and paste this cell border and this small table so that I can put it over the sweets and then do exactly the same thing. I've made this a slightly harder sum because I'm going to say half of the sweets instead of 3/4 of the sweets. So obviously quarters are much easier to see, but now they're having to work out halves and quarters and items like this. So once again, then they're going to go onto the drawing tool and they're going to highlight the area that equates to a half instead of a quarter. The last one I decided to do was a chocolate bar. Now, most times pupils would be asked to split this. It would be an easily divisible number, maybe an even number, because you've already got the squares on the chocolate bar, but I decided to make it slightly harder and actually make it 1/5 of the chocolate bar instead. So the pupils are going to have to add on another cell to this in order to make it an even split for the five different children. So again, they're having to reshape it. Again, the teacher could do this and then ask them to highlight as before, but it just adds another dimension to it. The last activity, we have a plot of land, and what I'm asking them to do is they're going to imagine they're an architect and they need to put 16 houses on it. So this time I've started again with the original table I had, but I've gone onto table and then I'm changing the amount of rows and columns, so we've automatically got the 16 there, so 4 by 4 being 16. And then I'm just going to make it bigger so that we've done the first question. Now we've split it into 16. And then the final question is going even further. It's asking them to merge some of those cells. So half of those cells need to become double plots. That's what the developer wants. So they're going to have to highlight the cells and put them into double plots by merging them. So again, it's just looking at those fractions, thinking about halves, thinking about double plots, using the mathematical language we'd expect them to, but just helping them visualize it as well.